So 3 things I want to cover on this video. A little bit about getting back from the fire, the controversy with the government sack lunch, controversy over clean and unclean meats, and then we'll finish up with the manly manners. So I just got back as far as the fire from a week or so. So I have 6 or 7 days on there. We worked about 100 hours. It was long days, but really satisfying. Had some exciting stuff. You know, it's kind of hard. The funny thing about it is it's kind of hard to come home when you get so ramped up, but there's so much excitement, exhilaration, things going on, and then you come home and things really slow down. That first 24, 48 hours or so takes a lot of adjustment. I remember that scene from the Hurt Locker, those of you who have seen it, that's so accurately portrayed. You know, he goes from this chaos and working and defusing bombs to walking through a grocery store with the fluorescent lights and the cereal. It's such a poignant moment in that video. I think it's kind of what it's like. I used to even feel that way when I got back from elk hunting. We'd be on 2-week elk hunting camps with the family, and all the men living in tents and everybody working together for a common goal. And I was always a little bit sad, a little bit depressed when you got home and had to go back to school. And I don't know. I guess it's just the way it is. That's just the way life is. In regards to the all of the controversy on the video about the government sack lunch. First off, I want to make a couple things clear. Those lunches are not packed by volunteers. And I agree with you. It would be very ungrateful to complain or have anything to say about a lunch that was provided for you free from volunteers that stepped up, maybe even contributed the food. Of course, that would be in bad taste. I would never do that, never complain about it. But that's not the case. These lunches are put together by government contractors according to government specs, and they're paid nearly $17 per bag. So I think that's a really important point to understand. And as far as those of you who said, you know, just be grateful, you know, stop complaining, be grateful for what you get. I wasn't complaining, I'm simply showing it. And when you're working that hard, when you're working, work is so physical and so demanding, having a healthy lunch is really important, because what they pay you out there is really, really small. It's a pretty insignificant amount compared to what is required of you. And so I feel, and I think a lot of other people and reasonable people would feel, that you need to have a pretty healthy, nutritious lunch. Not a lunch that's completely filled up with candy and salt and white bread and things of that manner. So, I have nothing to apologize for on that video. It just is what it is. It's the truth. I showed what it was, and I don't know what there is to say about that. And also, I mean, as far as putting pork sandwiches as only having a pork option, when you take this lunch out there after your breakfast, when you have your breakfast at 5 a.m., that lunch has got to last you until about 10 o'clock at night sometimes, 8 to 10 o'clock at night. And so whether you may be a Jewish firefighter, or you may be a Christian firefighter that eats kosher, or you may be a Muslim firefighter, those things the fact that we don't eat pork or unclean meat, I think it should be respected. There are so many other options that you could have that don't include pork. You could have roast beef, you could have turkey, you could have chicken, pork, and then to have that as the only option, 2 options to have, you can have Spam, which is pork, or you can have a ham sandwich, which is pork, was the only thing I was trying to point out. In regards to clean and unclean meats, I read a comment this morning, said that, so you believe you're going to go to hell if you eat a pork sandwich. Well, that's just nonsense. And that's coming from someone that doesn't know anything about Scripture or the teachings from God's Word. The unclean meat and the regulations or the warnings from God about not eating unclean meat is not a salvation issue. If you eat a ham sandwich, it doesn't mean that you are going to get in some sort of trouble. What it is, it's just good advice. Have you been around pigs? Have you seen how they live, how they conduct themselves, and what they eat? They're unclean animals. They'll eat anything. They wallow in their own fecal matter. They're a filthy creature. They're basically like crabs. Crabs are the pork of the sea. What do you think crabs eat? Crabs eat all the refuse, the fecal matter, all of the decaying matter, everything that's dead and has died and is waste. That's what a crab eats. So, does it make sense for you to eat something like that? Same way with a pig. The pig was created, the crab was created, the maggot was created to take care of decaying and rotting matter, things of that matter. If you do the tiniest bit of research and put away your biases and your traditions and everything that you've been grown up and everything you've been told and your appetite, and you look at it logically, do the research, you'll find out that pork is unhealthy for you, that shellfish and crab are unhealthy for you, for the very reasons that I stated. So don't try to tie this in as a salvation issue, and don't try to label it as some arbitrary rule that we can't follow. I can eat anything I want to. If I want to eat a ham sandwich, I'll have it. If I want to eat bacon, I'll have it. It's got nothing to do with a salvation issue. It's just good sense. So do you want to be healthy or do you want to be sick? Do you want to eat clean foods or do you want to eat foods that are unclean from a scavenging animal? It's as simple as that. So read about it. Look into it. You'll find out. Put away all the advertising. Pork is not the other white meat. Pork is unfit for human consumption, and there's a lot of people out there, there's a lot of evidence out there to point to it. So, hope that clarifies the clean and unclean meats. Be respectful. If you don't agree with it and you want to have your bacon, I couldn't care less. You can be a friend of mine. We'll have no arguments, no disagreements whatsoever. But you don't have any right to come and to criticize those of us who choose not to do that. Respect one another. I respect you and your choice. You respect us in our choice. As simple as that. So, manly manners. We all need a manly manners today. I'm just going to pick one randomly. I haven't pre-screened these. Oh, here we go. Don't spend the best years of your life in thinking of nothing but money getting. Enjoy your life to the full with your wife and children. Relegate money getting to its proper place, necessarily an important one, but not the only thing to be thought of. That's true. You know, one of the hardest things for me to get my head around from growing up, working a lot of 9-to-5 type of jobs, or a little bit earlier than that, but was that beaten into you as an American, you need to work, you need to work, you need to work, you need to be moving, you need to be working. If it's Monday through Friday, you need to be working, and if you're not working, you should feel guilty. I mean, just take a few weeks off of work and don't work and see how people treat you, or go out in the middle of the day and there'll be comments, how come you're not at work, or why are you not working? So that is so drilled into us that we can have no peace. The idea of not being able to take a day off in the week or take a nap in the middle of the day without feeling guilty is something that has taken a long time to get over. I work just as hard as you guys do, but my schedule, I've tried to get away from that rigid fixed schedule. I'm trying to get away from my only desire in life is to make money and to be productive and to work. And there's more important things. There's a time to take a couple hours off during the day and go have a picnic with your wife. There's time to take off in the middle of the day and have a little nap. You know, you can work later or you can work earlier, but I think it's good advice. Yeah. All right. So, thanks for. Oh, what's coming up? What's coming? Oh, I forgot the most important thing. I was going to tell you. So, I was interviewed by a TV internet panel type of thing called RTM yesterday. Both my last two videos have been trending. The cookie on the burrito and the world's best job. I think those are trending on YouTube right now, and I've gotten inundated with a lot of calls and different things from people for interviews and such on those videos. And so I did one live video interview yesterday with RTM. I'll put a link down there. Somewhere down here in the bottom. It's pretty good. They ask a lot of questions, really good questions about wildland firefighting and back and forth, and they featured some of the video. And I'm getting a lot of feedback from those of you who watch television that you have seen it on some channel or another. So I'll put that in there, so that's kind of fun. And you might enjoy that too. So, all right, thanks for watching. And I'm going to start get ready for firewood. I can feel summer is ending. I can feel fall coming with the cold mornings. And we still have a ban on chainsaw. There's a complete ban on logging right now. But I've got a few things to get ready, and we'll start cutting our firewood And that's always probably my favorite thing, and my favorite time of the year is the fall. So we'll have a lot of that coming up as well. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video.